This week is a special week on the Medical Watch. We're honoring the unsung heroes of medicine, nurses. From cancer treatment to rehab, we tackle memory care and end of life. Tonight we begin our coverage of these caregivers with giant hearts as they handle the tiniest patients in the neonatal intensive care unit at Lurie Children's Hospital. A hospital brought to life by a nurse, Anne Lurie. She knew patients' needs can change, sometimes by the hour. And that's why it was her vision for medicine to adapt. Meet a special nurse helping make that happen.
There's something so wonderful about trying to be able to help these people that are maybe going through the worst thing they'll ever go through in their life. Do you realize that? How cute you are?
Molly Shao has been a neonatal intensive care nurse for more than 20 years. And while she's still at the bedside, her role has changed.
The real device is it would just wrap like this and stay.
She helps neighboring Northwestern University researchers conduct clinical trials with babies in the NICU.
It's hard. We're asking the families to let us use their critically ill baby and participate in research in a way to kind of better the future.
But Molly does it with grace.
These are the wireless skin sensors that we're going to be trialing on your daughter today.
What baby Clarissa has gone through is remarkable. Surgeons fixed a defect in her spinal cord while she was still in utero. Then she arrived early.
Hey, you.
Now, as she recovers and grows stronger, she's helping researchers determine if these gel skin sensors can detect vital signs as effectively as the current gold standard, a web of hard wires and leads.
It's tough to see your little baby girl just hooked up to all these wires and a bunch of probes and tubes running everywhere. Probably the first 3 or 4 days I was afraid to hold her. There's just too many tubes going on. I'm just like, I don't want to pull on something. I don't want to hurt her.
And that's why the sensor study and Molly's work to help test them out are so critical.
So there's a temperature probe under her arm to monitor her temperature. That would no longer be needed. And then there's the black lead, the white lead, and another red lead on the other side. That would all be gone.
As far as the research goes, we love being a part of it. We love trying to help other kids out. Some kid in the future, maybe our possible future children, will not have to be hooked up to all these wires and be a little more comfortable.
Baby Zeke is part of the same study. He rocks gently. It's the steady motion of his ventilator, one of his many means of life support. Zeke was born with some of his organs on the outside of his body, and right now he's fighting an infection.
It's a challenge, just to be able to hold him. He's got so many wires, he's just entangled in all these wires, attached to his arms, his legs, his chest. Every part of him is attached to something.
So you could tell just the adhesion, everything's so nice, and then it just kind of lays gently on his foot.
Zeke's mother, Shannon Ojimba, knows they have a long road ahead, but right now, she'd simply like to hold her son.
That skin-to-skin contact, there's nothing like that. You need that as a mother, to bond with your child. You have to have that contact with them. And it's a little bit harder to have that.
I think the skin sensor, we will see that impact in the next couple years. We don't want to do a research echo if you're going down for a line.
Baby Eamon is one of Molly's other studies, though today he's simply too fragile to participate.
So we're going to put kind of the research study on hold, just not to overwhelm him. We don't want to do too many things. He is a fragile premature baby, so we're going to kind of do one thing at a time. We're looking at trying to find an adhesive that is appropriate.
But sometimes the research nurse is just another mom, a reassuring voice in an uncertain time.
One of my kids was here for a long time and had a pig for 9 weeks. I like that I've empowered somebody who's had no choice in any of this someday to make a decision on their own on the behalf of their child. I do feel like it's a gift that they're gracious in allowing us to do research with their child. Maybe in the next couple of years, we're better than we were right now.
Right now, Molly is coordinating about 7 research studies. Tomorrow night, we head to the Cancer Care Center, meet a nurse who is making the toughest days a little more manageable. Back to you.
Well, the wait is over.